Hey y'all, whether it's morning, evening, or afternoon, I'm just glad that you guys had decided to vibe with E today. Yes, I'm E. I'm your host, and I'm thrilled to share the vibe of the day with you today. Whether you're at home or on the go, I just want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode because today's vibe of the day is something special that I tell you all the time. So today's vibe of the day is living life. And the reason why I said today's vibe of the day is living life because, 2 episodes ago I explained mental health with men, and then I explained it on love, but I really didn't pick in a lot when it came to like life and just being able to live in it and being happy and things like that. So yeah, I'm gonna go in today while just talking about living your life. So let's get started. Baby, live your life to the fullest because at any given moment it could be taken away. So stop being so down all the time and get up and do something that brings you peace and happiness, or try to do something you never did before. I know life at times sucks, but baby, on the bright side, life is a beautiful journey. Throughout life, we are giving countless opportunities to grow, enjoy, and connect with others. You should embrace each other, each moment with grace and gratitude. And you should also enjoy the complex of what life is giving you, especially when you hit your adulthood. So, with that being said, like take adventures of the challenges that shape you and see them as valuable lessons for growth. Baby, love and support are built on relationships. So, you should be cherishing the moments by embracing them with passion and being able to guide you into these new experiences. So remember that life is not only about, that destination, but it's also about that journey and the present moment that is being given within the magic of each passing day. So may you, with passion, trust, and dignity, live your life that you deserve for yourself within a positive impact and then leaving a positive impact on the world. Just living your life is a true precious gift that is unique like you. Each day presents you with the opportunity to purposely pursue your passions and chase your dreams and follow your heart. But nevertheless, by living your life to the fullest, you can discover your true potential and experiment the joy that comes with you. Remember that life is a journey, and is consistent of growth and evolvement. And every experience is good or bad, but it plays a certain role in your life that will shape you into who you are. Embracing life always, embrace your life always, and also always be able and open to connect with others because you never know what beautiful moments that you can make with each other and what positive experience that you'll get out of each other. And that is a little snippet out of my black book. So for every episode now, I'm gonna start off with a little, a little poetry or whatever, some words that I've been thinking about before I really go deep into the topic. So the main reason why, I wanted to talk about living life is because I'm getting older. Like my birthday is in a couple of days from now, and a few days prior, within my family, we had a tragic loss, and it was so crazy to me because, like, literally, after I had dropped the men's mental health awareness episode, that's when it happened, and it woke all of us up. Like, yes, you need to live your life, but you also need to make sure that you're healthy, make sure everything's up to par, make sure you're okay, you know. And, living your life just does not mean, waking up every day, going to work, going to school, to come home not doing nothing. No, living life means a lot. Like, you could get up in the morning, try different routines. Like me, like in the morning, since school was over, I'm trying different routines. Like, get up in the morning, I um read some poetry, look at some poetry online, listen to podcasts, go to the gym, or do all that while I'm listening to the gym, while I'm going to the gym. So while I'm in the gym, I might listen to a podcast that's like speaking within today's issues or what's going on in the black community and things like that. So living your life, I just feel as though you should just you're taking control of what you want to do. So while living your life, I just say don't be a dippy downer all the time, because that messes up the mental. Y'all know I'm big on the mental. So I advise everybody to try to at least like a month or two, whatever, like, or every other week, try to do something different. Like, live in the moment, do for you, treat yourself, because like as I mentioned, like every day in your life is a journey. Even if it's big or small, within that journey that you discovered something in, you're learning from it. So with that being said, live your life, but also do for you. Try new things or do things that make you happy. Like, for example, like me, I did something, so like I do things that I just be like, wow, this makes me happy. Like, every 15th of the month, I get me something, because my birthday is July 15th. And every 15th, so since this New Year's, well, last year, so I started it in March. So March 15th, April 15th, June 15th, and, April, May, June, all that. Every 15th, I would buy me something. It could be small, big, but not as big, to be honest, because on your birthday, you want to go big or go home. So, like, every 15th of those months before my birthday, I would do something, get me something, or do something that I want to do for myself to make me happy. So, like, I remember, I think, March of this month, this year, I'm sorry, March of this year, I got me a wallet, because I needed it. So certain stuff that I do is like I need it or I really want it. And I needed this, but I also wanted it too. So it was a win-win situation. But yeah, that's a prime example. Like, every month, say if your birthday is like the end of the year or the middle of the year, for your birthday, whatever, get you something make you feel like it's your birthday. Because I feel like every day you should wake up and you should feel like you're living your life for a purpose and you're not just here just because. If that makes sense. Like, you should wake up every day. Yes, at times I know we have problems, we get frustrated, and I believe in the saying, like, don't go to bed grumpy because you're going to wake up grumpy. And I believe that. Like, it's been times where I woke up, I just was so pissed by people or things, and I'd be like, and I wake up and it's still on my mind because, like, it hurted me. And, sometimes it's like, within that given moment, you got to settle that issue within that moment, because if it leads up to, you coming home or, for you going to sleep, it's going to trigger you, and it's going to mess up how you want to, just live your life. And things like that, I learned that it can affect you so bad, because it's like every little incident that you get into is going to rub you the wrong way, and it's going to make you seem like the angry person, in which you're not. And by me saying this is because, like, I recently had that moment. Like, I can't do it. Like, sometimes, when you go to work, you have your moments, but sometimes them moments catch you to the top, and you just be like, okay, I got to figure out how to let this go so it don't mess up my mental, and don't mess up for me just, being who I am on a regular basis. Yes, at times it is hard to try to let it go within that moment, but I give myself like a couple minutes to an hour to get it over with. I feel like if something's bothering me, I'm gonna talk it out before I go lash out. before it gets to lashing out. So, just talk about it or lash out, they usually back to normal. Excuse me. But yes, so with that being said, I just say, like, live your life with a purpose. Don't live your life feeling like you gotta be a dippy down all the time, or you gotta take control of this, you gotta take control of that. Because sometimes I'm gonna tell you, like, when you are in charge, manager, or have a high title or whatever, at times you can step back. You can step back. Because at the end of the day, behind that title, you're still human. Like I mentioned, when it came to men within the men's mental health episode, yeah, you're a man. You still human. If you wanna cry and all that, do it. Do it. Like, if you're having your moments where you need to just let go, do it. Because this is your life, and you need to do what is going to make you happy within you living your life. If you gotta cry one moment and then get it out, go ahead. But also, if you having a moment and you like, dang, I want to do something, go do it. Go do it. Like, don't just sit there and pity all day. Go out there and do it. Like, take adventures. Do things you never did before. Go to new restaurants. Try that new outfit. Try that new business. Like, do things for you. Live in your life. Live in your glory. Because, baby, any given time, any given day, you could be gone. That's why every day I thank God for waking me up. I thank God for showing me things that I've been moping about, crying about, manifesting everything. I thank Him, no matter if it's big, small, whatever it is. I thank Him so much for doing the things that He's done for me, putting people in my life, removing people in my life. Because same thing with living your life. At times you have to live for you. You can't live for everybody. And that's another thing too I learned. Like, you cannot live for everybody. Everybody's not going to live for you, because people are not going to go as hard for you as you do for them. Like, nobody's going to go as hard for you as you do for them. And if so, that's your true friends. If not, fuck them. Fuck them. And I say this to say, because, like, in the journey of living your life, you want to be surrounded by people that's in that same journey with you. That's willing to do things that is going to impact them, that's going to make them feel, happy. It's going to make them feel better and not a dippy downer. And I know we all have our dippy downer moments, but them moments don't last. Hard times don't last forever. That's another thing. Hard times don't last forever, because you know why? God or whoever that you pray, believe in, they're working on those moments for you. And in order for you to get out of those moments, you got to put a step forward. Like, you got to do a little something in order to get more out of it, So with the dippy downers, I have my moments. Yes, I do. And sometimes I'm like, I can't. But then, like, when I sit back and think about it for a minute and be like, okay, I could do this, I could do that. Because if I be a dippy downer for the rest of my life, it's going to be depressing, and I'm not living a life. And then dippy downers, they don't want to be around people. They don't want to be around people. They don't want to do this. They just don't want to live life, period. And I feel like life is like, it's good and bad. Like, like how they said, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. So when life gives you things, you gotta make the best out of it. Like when you were a kid, like, if your parents give you a ball, you know what you were going to do with that ball. You want to figure out so many things to do with this ball. Because no matter what, even though it might not be nothing, you made nothing into something. So same thing when you get older, like, you want to live your life. And sometimes same old routine is not it no more. So you find something and you make it something even more special to you. Like, for me, I'm living my life to the fullest, because when I look back at those moments where I cried and took away so much stuff from me and stuff, I was just like, I can't do this, and it's not for me. Because like I mentioned, any given day it could be taken away. Like, your life could be taken away. It could be your time to go. And, and there's no, as they say, expiration date or anything for when your time is up. It's not. So this is why, like, every day I try to find something to keep me going. Keep me going. Even if it's little or small, like, keep me going. Especially talking to people and stuff, that keeps me going. Like, just knowing that I could put a smile on somebody's face, make somebody happy and stuff like that, that keeps me going. And vice versa too. When people do the same thing for me, it keeps me going because that makes me feel happy and that makes me feel like I have a reason for what I'm doing, and I feel like somebody is recognizing me and somebody feels the same way, or somebody just genuinely like giving me my flowers. And that's another thing too. Live your life in the moments where, at times, when you live in a moment and you don't pull out your phone, those be the best moments. Or being around people that make you forget you have a phone, those be the best moments ever, because like you're away from social media and everything like that. It's like it's just you and them people enjoying life, enjoying whatever you're doing. I don't care if you're at the park, water park, whatever you're doing. If you're around people that love to do things and try new things, but overall is in their prime of living their life, bro, it says you in good hands, because them people don't care about no phones. They don't care about recording every moment, because sometimes every moment you don't need to record. You just need to feel it within that moment. Like, so you could go back and be like, I remember when I was such and such this age, or this time such and such. I'll be like, dang, that was like a moment in my life where I felt so relieved. I felt free. I felt comfortable. Memories play a big impact on living life. Making them memories with people or with yourself in general, just having a good time or surrounding yourself by things that you love to do or trying to do, those be the best. Like, I can really relate to that too, because like it's been times where I be forgetting I have a phone. Like, yes, I record memories and stuff, but sometimes, most of the time, I don't post it. And if I do post it, it's like months, days, weeks from now. Like, instead of from when the event happened, sometimes you gotta keep it to yourself. Some people, they just live in the moment, but they have to snap everything. I be like, yeah, snap it, but save it for later, so people don't be like, oh my god, like, but hey, sometimes you gotta live in the moment, even if it's a good or negative impact coming to it. Do things that make you happy. If that make you happy, recording everybody doing what they doing in that given moment, shoot, do it, but don't post it all the time. Don't post all at once. I like to have people guessing, like, what the heck, what were you doing, what's because one thing about me, I'm gonna live my life like a word to Jill Scott, living my life like it's gold. Yes, that song right there resonates with me, because I'm at that era. I know that's the thing now too. You in an era of, you got your soft girl era, your soft boy, not soft boy era. You in your soft girl era, your city girl era. I don't know the eras for the boys. I don't know, so please forgive me. But I'm in that era, in that space where all I want to have is peace. But I also want to live my life to the fullest, because I work so hard for everything that I've done that I need to celebrate. And I say this to say to everyone who is listening, don't be afraid to give yourself the props and praises that you deserve, because you know why? Even if people don't see it, you know what's going on behind closed doors, because you are doing this for you. There's been times in your life where you've been at your lowest and you see yourself at the highest. You better celebrate. You know why? Because like I say, any given moment, it can be taken away. Your life can be taken away. You could be gone. God forbid, you could be gone. So I say this to say, don't be afraid to take advantage of living your life, doing things with people, or doing them by yourself, to the point where it brings you joy. Like going on solo dates. I did those before. I've been slipping, but I do those. I don't care if it's a solo date to the mall, solo date to a restaurant, solo date to the nail hair salon. I don't care. I'm gonna go. Like, I did something recently by myself solo. I didn't tell a lot of people, but I did it because I was like, I wanted this. I want it so bad. I'm gonna sit there, get it done. I got it done. And that was that. Because there's another thing too. If you want it and you've been like, "Ooh, this gonna help you in life," or it's gonna put an impact on your life, or it means something to you in your life, do it. Like when people get piercings, tattoos, new hair colors, things like that, especially with the colors in the hair, because I read a lot of women's stories. They were like, I cut all my hair off because, some of that hair, like during that time I had my hair, it had bad memories, or it was a struggle to get it to where it's at, such and such, things like that. And when they cut it, they're like, I feel free. I feel free. I'm able to live my life better without having to worry that, oh, is it going to split? Oh, is it going to fall out? Oh, how is this going to hold? Is this product going to hold it? Is it going to hold this? Is like the style going to hold till I die? And I ain't really lie to y'all. Those stories hit me a lot because me, I wear wigs. I wear wigs, braids, things like that. My natural hair is dyed. I dyed it like a year ago. And I wore my hair, very, 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 very frequently. but by me living here in Baltimore, it got hot. Then I was like, I can't do it no more. And I'm going to tell you, when I got that color in my hair, like, because, when I started wearing my hair frequently, I felt different. I felt good about myself. That put an impact on my life because when you get new things, try new things, new looks and things, it put an impact on your life. It's like, ooh, it could be little to others, but to you it's big because this is something you've been manifesting, or this is something that you really, really wanted to do, and you did it. You took that risk, and you was like, okay. Like, I told myself, I do my little videos by myself or whatever. I'd be like, oh my gosh, with this color in my hair, I feel a little bit older, and I feel comfortable because I was procrastinating, like, certain stuff in my life. Yes, I procrastinated on doing. I'm not going to procrastinate on that schoolwork now. Everything else, like trying new things, I might procrastinate on. But now I'm like, after doing some of my episodes and writing some of the episodes and things down, I be thinking like, take that risk. Don't be afraid because any given moment your time could be up. So live your life to the fullest. Live your life like it's golden. Be kind to others. Love yourself. That's another thing too with living life. That's what I wanted to say for last. Within the process of living life, I want people to realize that love you more. Love on you more. If nobody else is loving on you more, you should be loving on yourself more. And why I say that is because a lot of people will be like, I don't feel like this. I don't get this. Nobody love me like this. Baby, you should love yourself. The number one person that you should love is yourself. Then whoever you praise to, believe in, your family, friends, things like that. Because you are one person. And nobody's going to know how to get to you and do the things you do unless you display it and let it be known. Like, at one point in time, we all had our insecurities. I'm going to tell you, I had some insecurities before I got to the age that I am now. I was like in middle school. And, when you transfer to elementary, middle school, high school, college, your life changes. It's like, do you want to live in that moment? Do I want to live out that moment? And in that moment in my life, I was out of it. Because another thing too, like living life, it's not the same. When you're a little kid versus to be being grown, it's not the same. When you were a kid, you was like, I want to be an adult so bad because I want to have my own car. I want to go when I want to go. I want to do this. I want to do that. Versus now, when you are an adult and you see how your kid life was. Like, I was free. I didn't have to worry about paying bills and none of that. But but I'll say this, in both of those time frames, like when you were a kid, you lived your life freely. You didn't have to worry about bills. You didn't have to worry as much about school, but you did. You had to come home with some good grades before that was your ass. Versus when you were an adult, it's like, okay, I'm living my life, but I also got to make sure before I live my life, my priorities are straight. And that's another thing too. When you're in the midst of living your life, make sure your priorities straight first. Like, before you do anything, make sure that everything that you're responsible for every day is straight. Like, if you go to school, go to work, make sure that your homework, projects, everything is in order. Your bills, everything is in order before you go out that night or that day and say you want to party and you got a light bill that's due that day or the night before. Some people put their priorities to the side. I'd be like, no. No. I think you want to fix that. Like, I think you want to, before we go out, and party and all that, baby, if you ain't got it or whatever, be honest. We live in a life where at times you gotta fake the funk. I'm not doing that because I'm real. At times, yes, we all have our moments where we don't want to say anything, but it's like, when you're the realest in the room, people gravitate to you more because they feel like, oh, she's not ashamed of anything. No, I'm not ashamed. One point in time, yes, we all was ashamed of something, but now when you get older, it's like, it is what it is because this is the life, and this is the life that we live. So you have to be able to accept everything that comes with it. Yes, in life, you want to be able to explore things, live in those moments, have those journeys, those beautiful journeys with these beautiful people by yourself. But also, there's been times in your life where you was at the darkest moments, or you had to sacrifice things that you didn't want to do, but you have to in order to make sure your life is okay. Like bills, you have to make sure if you have a house, you got to make sure you got lights, water, cable, food, everything, because you need that to survive. If not, you're assed out. And when you have your own, when you live in your life and you got your own shiznit, you don't want to be at your lowest and then have to ask people to live with them or stay with them because they invite you in. Yeah, they're gonna invite you in, but they're gonna expect something from you. They might say you ain't gotta worry about it. They're expecting something because you're in their house. You're sucking up their free air. You eating up their food. You sucking up their water and stuff. So at least think about stuff before you risk it. Like, I feel as though, like, it's been times for me too. I had to make sacrifices. Like, I wanted to do this so bad. I wanted to go out so bad to get this bag so freaking bad. But I had a credit card bill due. I said, you know what? Okay, the bag was on Nordstrom's, all that. Cool. Okay. I'm going to pay this bill. And once this bill paid off, I'm going to get that damn bag. And that's exactly what I did. Once the credit card bill was paid for, I straight got that bag. Because listen, if I didn't pay on credit card bill, I would have been fucked. And when you don't pay them bills on time, your credit score can go down, or you don't give them a heads up, like a notice, whatever, you gotta weigh out things in life. We all want to live that moment where, oh yeah, we want to have fun. We're going to turn up. But in the midst of you living your life, baby, you gotta make sure before you step out that door and want to take a little adventure, make sure you got nothing or nobody on your back. Like, you don't want that monkey on your back. You be like, oh shoot, I forgot this, or I forgot that. Excuse me. So nevertheless, y'all, I say this to say, go out there, live your life. Like Jocelyn said, do it like it's your B-day. Do every day like it's your B-day, because you never know when it's your last. However, when you're living your life like it's your B-day every day, make sure you ain't got no worries, okay? Make sure everything is set. Like, make sure all your nickels and pennies is in a row. Make sure everything that your bills, life, and everything is in order. Make sure your priorities is straight before you go out there and want to live life on the edge, experience things, or do things that you want to do. Because like I said, don't be a Debbie Downer all the time, even though at times we have those moments, but those moments don't last forever. Because hard times ain't going to last forever. And they can change at any given moment. Okay? So I say this to say also, live that life, live your life like it's your B-day. But also, the saying to live with no fear. Sometimes you might have to live in fear. And, sometimes it's like you live in fear. It might affect you from living life. Sometimes you don't live in fear. It might not affect you in your life. Either way it goes, we're just going to stay on this topic that do it like it's your B-day. Live your life to the fullest. But before you live your life to the fullest, make sure everything is straight. Before you do the little things for yourself, make sure that you're straight. Before you go out here and do things, before you go out here and do things and in the back of your mind like, oh man, this got to get paid or that got paid, But, or do like I said too, you don't have to really go out in your life to the fullest, do things for you. But before you, go out there and take that risk, make sure all your ducks in a row. Make sure that you're okay mentally and physically. But also make sure that this decision is what you want to make it to be. Okay? So go out there. Let your hair down. Do what you got to do. And as always, I wish you guys nothing but peace and blessings. Be safe out here as well. Whether it's rain or shine, please stay on your P's and Q's and be safe. And y'all guys will hear from me next time. Bye.